Tell 'em, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. I saw, I came, I conquered, or should I say I saw, I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now Big Bang Boogie get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
My name is Sadie Leffel, and I'm the owner of Grease Diva Garage, and we're located in Frederick, Colorado. What makes us unique from other automotive repair shops is that we are woman-owned, we're locally owned, we offer car care classes for women, and we really are truly a car care center. You can get everything you need for your vehicle right here. Here at Grease Diva Garage, we believe in excellence, integrity, and education. We just happen to be great mechanics. We specialize in classic and vintage vehicles. We have the tooling experience to do everything from engine mechanical all the way through body restoration on all makes and models. So in order to come into Grease Diva Garage, there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us. Through our website at greasedivagaraage.com. You can email us at greasedivagarage@yahoo. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can make an appointment online as well. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
This is madness. Spartans! What is your profession? Blasting. This is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. This is Sparta!
All right. Check, check. Hey, can you hit the mics, please? Hello? Check, 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 check. Hello? Troy, can you hear us? I can't hear anything. Can you hear?
This is why.
Check.
I got you. How
Check
about
one.
now?
Can you hear? Troy? All right, here you go. All right, you ready, Troy? Can you hear us? I cannot hear Troy.
Everybody's turned up.
Troy?
Yep. Troy.
Troy, are you there? No. We can't hear him, Nick. Can you hear him, Alex?
No.
No, I can't hear him
Hold on
either.
real quick. Yeah, I can't hear him. I mean, we're good. Alex and I are good. I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Yeah, he's not muted on my end.
Oh, hold on, Troy.
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, we got you. All right. Okay, there you go. All right. So a little technical difficulties today with the great Troy Renck from the Denver Bears. Sorry about that, Troy. I'm not entirely sure what happened. We've had some malfunctions going on, but hey, we are back. And right now, The Broncos need to get it off to a better start than that, though, right? They can't have any malfunctions at the beginning of their game plan today, because I think that this game it's very important for the Broncos to get off to a fast start. I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to rely on a 21-point fourth quarter comeback or a 16-point fourth quarter comeback in a game like this. And I think it's going to be lower scoring than what a lot of people say. I look for this game to be the total to be right around 40. What are your thoughts on this game, your preliminaries? You've been out there all week. How ready is this team without J.K. Dobbins? I was leaning heavily towards Denver, and then the news broke, and boy, that was a big one. So, R.J. Harvey and Jaleel McLaughlin are going to tote a big load today. How ready are those guys, and how ready are the Broncos? And thanks for making time for us.
Yeah, as always, thanks for having me on, guys. Listen, it doesn't make any sense for the Broncos to win this game. But as I wrote in my column, this is when Sean Payton is at his best, when people count him out, when you touch his nose and it's cold because he's an underdog. You look at Tampa Bay last year. You look at when he was with the Saints and they beat Seattle without Drew Brees and Teddy Bridgewater playing his first game essentially as a starter in 4 years. You look at last year against the Jets, even at Buffalo with Russell Wilson 3 years ago. So this is the type of game it makes no sense they should win, and I think they will. But to your point, Joe, they got to keep it low scoring. They've got to make Kansas City one-dimensional, and they don't run the ball particularly well. And if you pressure Mahomes, it's proven you can beat him. Teams don't do it very well very often, but even Buffalo, their last loss, that's exactly what they did. You ask, are these guys ready? And I'm with you. It would have been a lot more comfortable to pick Denver to win if Dobbins was playing. He's probably out for the year unless they get to the Super Bowl, and that hurts. So look for Jaleel McLaughlin and Harvey to get the carries on first and second down. Tyler Bidet will stay as a third down back. They're going to use some wide receiver screens. They've got to block those better to try to make up for the loss of Dobbins. And I would think Bo Nix is going to run more. Maybe he runs 7 times for 50 yards, and that helps make up for and cover for the difference without Dobbins. But the key is they got to stay on the field. You were talking about starts. Guys, they've had their first drive of the game. They've had a first down once since week 2. Yeah. I mean, it's just been a parade of 3 and outs. It's not even about scoring on some of these drives. It's staying on the field. Drive 40 yards, you punt, whatever. But you can't have these 3 and outs. They're leading the league in punts. You're not going to beat the Chiefs today punting 8 or 9 times. Even in a low-scoring game, you're not. So you stay on the field. You get the field position game and you pressure. Write a diary of havoc up front against Mahomes with your, Benito, with Cooper, with Allen. That's how you win. Every game Mahomes loses over these last few years, it's because he's uncomfortable in the pocket and he gets sacked 4 or 5 times.
You are listening to Troy Renck from the Denver Post, award-winning journalist. Troy, thank you for carving out some time. I know you're already at the press box right now, right? You're sitting there right now?
I'm here.
How's the food real quick?
They just sent out the menu. They'll have a carving station for you, Alex. So I'll save. It'll be like trading places. I'm going to put a piece of prime rib in my pocket and I'll bring it to you the next time I see you.
Oh, can't do that, man. I'm vegan now. All right, we got some injuries to talk about. Crazy Troy. Tight end Nate Atkins, knee out. We got J.K. Dobbins, obviously foot out. Jonah Ellis, hamstring out. Alex Singleton, God bless him. Hopefully the situation, my situation with cancer.
Correct.
It's something that he gets done real quick. And what's funny real quick is that on Thursday night when they're playing the Raiders, he was doing that thing with his, what? And nobody really knew about it. I'm like, why is he doing that? But now we know. All right. And then PST's out. So next man step up mentality. Who are the guys do you see, Troy? You're out there every day at practice. You're everywhere. Those players I just said, who's replacing those guys, and how can Sean Payton utilize these injuries to make me get some new guys into the flow?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. But, I mean, the one place they do have a little bit of depth that it should work out is at inside linebacker. The problem is Alex Singleton has the green dot. He calls the plays. So we're not sure if Justin Strnad or Dre Greenlaw is going to call the plays. But Dre Greenlaw has played out of his mind in the games he's played.
That means that's the coach's signal to the defensive coordinator, right?
Right, correct. And
Okay.
only one guy can have the green dot.
Okay.
And so I assume it would be Sternad, but I'm not positive just because sometimes Sternad comes off the field. And Greenlaw, is he ready to play, 65, 70 snaps? I think he is, but let's just guess that it's Sternad that has the green dot. He's played really well, and he's improved. He's not just a blitzing linebacker. Does he have issues in coverage? Yeah. Greenlaw has looked the part. We've barely seen him, but when he's played, he just continues to get better and better. So they should be covered with the Alex Singleton absence. The tight end, they're going to play Mercedes Lewis. The guy's almost as old as I am. He was drafted the same year D'Amico Ryans was drafted, and Ryans has been a head coach for 3 years in the league. He's 41, but he's a good blocker. He would take up some of those. I wouldn't be shocked. It's funny, you bring him up. It seems like when the Broncos have a sneaky good game offensively, Nate Atkins somehow was involved. He leaks out on a run play and he's wide open. Could that be Mercedes Lewis today where he catches the ball and, it has a touchdown? I mean, maybe that. So that's where they cover there. The running backs we talked about, Jaleel McLaughlin is going to get snaps. He's been active almost every game this season. He's fresh. He's ready. He's got a chip on his shoulder. Heck, he's got the whole bag of Doritos on his shoulder. So can he have a nice game? I wouldn't be shocked, too, if you see Marvin Mims in the backfield lined up as a running back in, some more gadget-type plays. He's back this week. That will help. But they're and at cornerback, you've got Chris Abrams-Drain has played well. You've got the first-round pick, Jahdae Barron has played well, but they're not the same without Surtain. They just cannot let Rashee Rice go wild on them. I mean, he's a good receiver. I mean, if you listen to Kansas City fans, you think Rashee Rice is Jerry Rice. Give me a break. He's a nice player, but he's not that guy. And if they get pressure, they'll be fine. The key is Kansas City doesn't run the ball well, guys. If they stay one-dimensional, you can keep them in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 5, these manageable third downs for the defense. If Kansas City runs the ball well today, Denver has no chance. They won't win. Denver's got to stay on the field by running it themselves. They've got to make the Chiefs one-dimensional because I don't think Kelsey's going to crush them. He usually does, but I don't see that. You've got to control Rashee Rice, make sure he doesn't have one of those 8 for 120 and 2 score games because the Broncos can't win a game like that.
Well, I've got 2 X factors, and it's Cortland Sutton and Evan Ingram. And these are guys that I think in a game like today, you've got Evan Ingram for this kind of a game where and I'm not expecting 100 yards, 4 or 5 catches, a couple big first downs, touchdown in the red zone. Cortland Sutton has got to be a big factor in the game if the Broncos, in my mind, are going to win the football game. I mean, the defense can only do so much when you're playing against Patrick Mahomes. This is a big step up to me in competition. And I think that, and Mahomes isn't having a great year. He does poorly under pressure, but I just think that the secondary without Surtain is susceptible. They're ripe for the picking. And I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to win scoring 10 or 13 points today. You're going to have to be in the 20s, I think. Is that, Evan Ingram and Cortland Sutton, I think are the guys that are going to be very big factors whether the Broncos win or lose today.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to get Sutton involved. I understand they're going to double him. They're going to shade coverage to him, but he's had, 2 catches the last couple of weeks? Well, Ingram's had 2 the last 2 weeks. He's been a ghost most of the season, so we can't say that's an aberration. But Sutton has not been a factor these last 2 games. Even if you have to force it to him on 50-50 balls, sometimes – yeah, I get it. He's covered, but make him make a play, along the sideline. I'm not saying throw into double coverage in the middle of the field, but give Cortland a chance to make a play. They cannot walk out of this game with Cortland Sutton having fewer than 8 targets. He never speaks up about it. I talked to Emmanuel Sanders about it this week, and Emmanuel would speak up. You guys know Emmanuel, but he's like, they got to get the ball to Cortland, and he's right. Now, again, you can't force it in the middle of the field against double coverage, but on the sideline, have Cortland go up and make a play. Now, Cortland's had a few drops, too. He's not totally innocent in this, but they've got to have him make a few plays. It's crazy to me. Troy Franklin has more targets this year than Cortland Sutton. That can't continue. In games like this, with the competition increasing, you got 2 games left against the Chiefs, you play the Chargers and the Packers, Cortland has to get going again. And frankly, that's when Bo Nix is at his best, when he's in rhythm with Cortland Sutton. When Bo is at his best, Cortland is his security blanket. So, yes, I'm with you, Joe. And you got to try to win this game like 20-18, 20-17. I don't think they could win a game like 28-24. I mean, this might be the game the offense finally awakes from its hibernation in that way. But I don't see that against a Steve Spagnuolo defense. But if he pressures Bo, take off and run, my friend. You got legs, use them. Stop sitting in the pocket against man coverage with 15 yards in front of you. Take off and run.
Yeah, I get that. How much pressure is our second round pick today, RJ Harvey, who's had 200, he's had 50 rushing attempts, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 4.3. Yes, his receiving is on a different level. 43 receptions, 298 yards, 7 touchdowns. How does Sean Payton balance that out?
Those aren't his numbers. He doesn't have 43 receptions and 7
too,
touchdowns. Okay, I was going to say,
how does that balance in a game like today, where the Broncos really need to depend on the second round pick? Is it too much pressure, Troy, for RJ Harvey to produce? Or do you guys, I mean, obviously the loss of J.K. Dobbins is huge, but come on, man. I mean, he's got to step up a little bit, man, because a lot of his stats were made in one or 2 games, and now it's time. It's time, man.
Well, this is the thing, to your point, Alex. Sean Payton handpicked him. He drafted him. This was his pick because they could have had Travion Henderson, the guy for the Patriots you saw go off on Thursday night. They had other guys that would have been available in the first round, and they decided to wait because they really liked Harvey. And the irony is here, he's been better as a receiver than any of us expected. He's great on the wheel route. And because at UCF, he didn't really catch the ball a lot. They drafted him because of his stature as a runner. And they need to see that. The issue today, you ask Alex, he's got to stay patient and he's got to put his foot in the ground and go north and south. He has the tendency, like a lot of young backs, first sign of trouble, he wants to bounce outside. Because that's what they do in college. Because they get to the corner and they get 7 or 8 yards. You can't do that in the NFL. You have to stay patient, put your foot in the ground, and then boom, get through get there for 4 or 5 yards. I think they're going to give him the first opportunities on first down, second down, and if he's struggling, you're going to see Jaleel McLaughlin get him. The problem is neither one of them, Harvey is better suited for running between the tackles than McLaughlin. McLaughlin size-wise is better for a guy that's more of a change of pace back, but it is a big game for Harvey, and Peyton believes in him. He's going to have to trust him today. Again, do I think that maybe they mix in Marvin Mims a little bit and use some gadget stuff? I do. But Harvey, if they're going to win this game, we got to look up, and Harvey's got 55, 60 yards rushing and about 35 yards receiving and a touchdown. They don't need him to be unbelievable. They just need him to be functional so they can stay on the field offensively. Because if you look at the second half of games when they win, that's when Dobbins takes over. And they're not going to have that luxury where Harvey in the second half takes over. He's not that kind of runner. They need him to get off to a fast start.
Well, I think there's the other thing we have not talked about are special teams, and generally games like this.
There's a reason, Joe, because the Broncos special teams have been terrible.
and I agree with you. And look, I mean, you look no further than the last matchup in Arrowhead Stadium, because I won't count the one where the JV team played, but the last real matchup between these teams was decided by a blocked field goal, and that's the reason why Darren Rizzi is here. And I have a sneaking suspicion of special teams play, whether it's a fumbled punt or a return punt, blocked field goal, long field goal, possibly, something special on the special teams, because I see this as a game that the Chiefs should win. Right. I think they have everything to play for. The Broncos could technically lose this game. And although they would not be, I mean, if the Chargers win, the Broncos could drop to second in the AFC West and I think 5th overall in the wild card. But the Broncos would still be firmly entrenched in the playoffs at 8-3. The Chiefs, on the other hand, they dropped to 5-5, and Travis Kelce, that wedding ring with Taylor, that might look a little better. Andy Reid, 60-some years old.
Is Tay there?
She's got to be, right?
I assume she is, but I don't know. She's certainly not here right now. She would be obscene to be here this early. I know Patrick Mahomes has just arrived.
If you saw Taylor Swift, would you talk to her? Would you say hi to her?
I've seen her at the games in Kansas City. She said hello.
I don't want to late.
She said hello to reporters when she's walked by us in Kansas City.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Well, hold on. I didn't get a
just
question. Hold on, man. I didn't ask
You
a
already
question.
If you sing again too, I'm muting you. By the way.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on for a second. So here's the whole thing, man. Yeah, mute him. No singing on the show. All right, man. So Troy, since I did not ask my question, I just want to know, the special teams. Could you just give me a comment on do you think that will be a factor?
Yeah, I'm just hoping you guys don't fight and then you're singing, "We're never ever getting back together" at the end of the show.
No. Oh God, that's not the case. We fought 8,000 times. We're like brothers.
Troy does listen.
Yeah, Troy does.
listen.
So listen, here's the situation. They've got to be clean on special teams. Like every game, it's like some just horrendous mistake. Now they were much better this last game because in the Houston game, we talked about the Gordie Howe hat trick where you're like block field goal, shank punt, late hit, 71-yard return, like stop, full stop. And Rizzi has a history of being a good coach, and I think they are playing better. They've cleaned up the unit, moved some bodies in and out. The key is Marvin Mims. You talk about a big play because there's no win today. Lutz should be fine. For the most part, he's been clutch all year. I'm not worried about Lutz. That's the one spot they've been decent. And there's no win, so we shouldn't have ground force issues with Crashaw, whatever the hell that was against the Raiders the other night. But they got to just be better in the return game. And the way they cover kicks and punts, and they need Mims to have one of those 45-yarders that sets up a field goal. Again, a close game. If Mims has a 45-yard punt return, that could be the difference in the game. And he's certainly capable of that. And he's been the best in the league the last 2 years. And it's time. Like, again, when you talk about winning games like this, getting respect, because nationally, nobody respects the Broncos, despite the fact they're 8-2. They've won 10 straight home games, 7 straight games. Guys, they're only the 6th team ever to have a 10-game home winning streak and be an underdog at home. The last team that was an underdog at home in this spot, and Alex will like this, 07 Colts against the Patriots. Like, you never see it. They've won 10 straight at home, and they're a 4.5-point dog. That's why special teams matters. It's going to be a close game. They've got to be clean on special teams. Mims would be the guy for me, obviously.
Well, do you agree with this one? Adam Schefter came out and said this morning, and you saw the tweet, Broncos officials consider Sunday's game versus the Chiefs the biggest NFL game in almost a decade since the 2016 AFC Championship game in which Peyton Manning faced off against Tom Brady. I mean, is it to that point, man? Is it that big that the Broncos is it that big, Troy, that the Broncos have to win this game, or is it one of those games that, you know what, we could lose it, but we can still be alive, or the Broncos get it and just stab the knife and twist the knife with those freaking Chiefs, man?
Well, here's the situation. It is the biggest game since the AFC Championship game. There's no question, but they do have a safety net that if they lose, Alex, they're 8-3, so they're still firmly in the playoff mix. The reason it's huge is because you can make, as you guys talked about, you make the Chiefs go to 5-5. They're 3.5 games behind you with 6 to play. Yep. They're not catching you. But if they beat you, now they're 6-4. They control their destiny. You have to then go play them on Christmas Day in Kansas City. That's not a game you want to have to win the division. And so that's why it's so big for me. Do they have a little bit of breathing room? They do at 8-2 for sure. But they know if you want to get the respect, if you want to be seen as a true contender, this is the game to do it in. And it stinks that Dobbins isn't here. That's why it's like, well, if they lost, everyone would understand because no Dobbins, no Surtain, no Singleton. Like, we get it. But if you want to get respect as a true contender, this is the game you win. Because if you lose it, it just gets a little greasy to where you might have to beat the Chiefs in December at their place. And Denver, I think, all time in December in Kansas City, if my memory serves, guys, I think they're 3-18 in the history of the franchise. That's just not a game you want to have to win the division. On a 72-degree day here, with the fans going berserk, this would be the time to do it. And here's the thing. Nobody cares what it looks like. Like the Raiders, everyone cared because the style points in it, you literally, our retinas were burning at the end of the game. We were like throwing up in our mouth. Nobody cares if you beat the Chiefs 3-0, 30-27, 20-17. Nobody cares. They just want you to beat the Chiefs. And that's why today is so big.
Well, let me just say this. You want to talk about big. There's a guy from Serbia that are doing some really big things here in this town. And, I consider Vic Lombardi a really good source of Denver sports. He's a guy we all know, good friends. And I was watching the post game, and he said something that I won't forget, and I've got to agree. He said that, and we all grew up with John Elway in this town. You know, we were all kids. I'm 9 years older than you guys. You and Alex about the same age, but you know, I thought John Elway was untoppable. I thought it would always be John Elway. But I think Nikola Jokic is the first athlete since John Elway that I've ever considered maybe better. 3 MVPs, and boy, he's well on his way. I know nothing's guaranteed, but he's on his way to a 4th. He's doing things I've never seen before in professional sports, let alone basketball. His IQ, his basketball IQ, I thought Larry Bird would be the strongest basketball IQ I ever saw, you know, and Bill Walton, those kind of guys. Nikola Jokic is a savant at basketball. And I think, Troy, it's not hyperbole to say he's a top 20 player of all time right now. I think he's definitely a top 3 center. What superlatives can you add to that? I mean, you're a guy who's seen a lot more than Alex and me. Where is this guy at? Because, and I hope he can keep it up, because this could be a historic season for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they've won 7 straight.
7 in a row.
He had a back-to-back games where he made 34 or 42 shots. Yeah. On that 55-point game, he could have scored 75 if the Clippers would have been competitive. I think he would have scored 70 that night. They just didn't need him at the end of that game. You know, again, for me, he's entering the top 10 player all-time conversation.
Wow.
The problem he's going to run into with those kind of debates is he's going to have to win another championship. If you look at every guy who's a top 15 player, they all have multiple titles. Now, did they benefit from playing for the Lakers and Celtics? Yes, they did. But whether it's Jordan, whether it's Bird, whether it's Bill Russell, whether it's LeBron, I mean, pick any, you know, they're all won multiple championships.
Not LeBron. I can't.
I'm just saying, like, he's in the all-time greats conversation, and he would never, Michael would always be one for me just because of the era I grew up in. Yeah. But if Nikola wants to be a top 10 guy after this season, he wins a title this year and he wins his 4th MVP, and frankly, it should be 5. He should have won last year. Then he's a top 10 center. I don't care. And like, listen, I watched Shaq in his prime. Shaq was a liability at the free throw line. He was a different type of player than Nikola. And I think Shaq's really jealous of Nikola. But Shaq is not Nikola Jokic. Was he more dominant at times? Yes, he was. But not over the breadth of his career. He wasn't. You're looking at a guy at Jokic that this is who Bill Walton would have been if he stayed healthy. And Jokic is a combination of Walton and Larry Bird. Yeah. The best and it's not that he's the best passing big man. No. He's one of the best passers of all time, regardless of position. So like the way Magic Johnson redefined the point guard position at 6'9", Jokic is a lot of times their point center at 7 feet. So, you know, when you watch him, I just love how unselfish he is. He plays center like Peyton Manning played quarterback. He sees things before they happen. And it's just this brilliant mind of knowing the spacing, knowing where guys are supposed to be. And he's so unselfish. Most guys, if we're being honest, would have his skill set, would rather average 35 a game, 35, 15 boards, and 2 assists and be happy. He'd rather go 25, 15, and 10 every night, because that's how he plays basketball. That's what I love watching about him. And his team follows suit. Tim Hardaway, all these guys they brought in are in his image. Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jonas Valanciunas is a mini-me version of Jokic. He's a really good passer. That's why they're so dangerous. Guys, their bench last year was just absolutely, just micro thin. Now they've got a legitimate bench. So, I mean, again, Oklahoma City's legit. I'm not going to ever say they're not. I saw them in person 5 times last year. They are legit. But the Nuggets, if they stay healthy, and they're not right now, but if they're healthy at the end, I give them a great shot to win a championship.
You know what I love about it, Troy? You listen to Troy Renck from the Denver Post. Nuggets, 7-game win streak. Broncos, 7-game win streak. Avalanche, 5-game win streak. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? When you see all this stuff going on here in the Mile High City, and you're on Mile High Sports, and you get to talk to us, and we get to talk to you, which is a tremendous honor. Treat. It's an honor to talk to you, buddy, because and I heard you talking to and I'm not going to go into the Rocky stuff, but I heard your question to the new guy who
Paul DePodesta.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Troy Renck. Yeah, I'm like, I'm on KOA. I'm driving down the road. I'm like, oh, freaking Troy Renck. I'm not going to get into that. Sorry, Nick. I apologize, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask. Rick George, after 13 years, a team that you and I and Joey are always up there, steps down as the athletic director at the end of the academic year. I don't know what that means as far as like where that goes or how it affects the football program, but it doesn't look good in my opinion. He's going to stay on as a consultory role, and you're a CU alum. Your whole thoughts on the what he did at CU and what he's done and how this moves forward. Troy, I know it's a loaded question, but it just feels a little to me like, man, is this Coach Prime's demise coming soon, or
these are
something that we don't know, or what's going on?
It's a legitimate concern. Now, listen, Rick George's legacy, he was the recruiting coordinator at CU when they won a national championship when I was at school.
Yeah.
So he's been involved with the football program, and then he was with the Rangers. I knew him when he was in Major League Baseball with the Texas Rangers. But yes, Deion Sanders is a CU head coach 100% because of Rick George. That's it. And now Rick's leaving. That's not great news for the program and for Deion Sanders. My guess is the new athletic director, it is much power as Deion has, and Rick essentially gave him the keys to the athletic department. My guess is there's going to be a shift in that relationship because the new guy is going to say, listen, you're going to have to start explaining to me where this, this budget, this money, all this stuff, where I need to see itemized budgets. I need to see expense reports because you can't keep winning 3 and 4 games and spend any money you want, do whatever you want. So my guess is after this year, the new athletic director is going to be like, listen, we love the attention you've brought. The TV ratings are way down, understandably, because they're not very good this year. There's so much good Deion has brought in terms of the money and the attention for the school. But now going into year 4, you got to start winning games, guys. Like I said, you got to be able to go to a crappy bowl. There's like 78 bowl games. You can't get into a bowl. So, I mean, the minimum expectation is you're winning 6 games. So I don't know what it means in the big picture. I do know that it's never great when the athletic director that hired the football coach leaves, unless that football coach keeps winning. That's anywhere, not just CU. So I think it sets up next year to be a very important year, and they need to keep Julian Lewis. They need to keep parts around him, because if Prime next year goes 3 or 4 wins, I just don't know what that looks like long term, because now you're talking 3 or 4 seasons where you have 4 wins and you're blowing out the budget and you're hurting other sports. Like, he brought so much great stuff, but at some point it's going to be just about the product on the field, not everything else.
But doesn't the money sometimes overcome the influence of the program that comes in, though, too? Because what Coach Prime has brought in to CU, the recruitment, the enrollment for the student athlete, and just student body, that's got to outweigh and kind of like balance out the budget a little bit. Troy, I mean, there's a lot of money that came in because of Coach Prime.
Yeah, no, and that's fair.
I mean, that's got to be something that's got to be contributed into the factor of the equation.
Right, but a lot of the money is going out the other way. They're going to be in the red in the athletic department because of how much you're paying the football team. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it is great. It's helped the university, and I've always said that. The football program is the window to a university, whether it's CSU or CU. If you're a bad football team, it hurts enrollment. If you're a great football team or an exciting football team, as CU would be, it helps enrollment, especially with out-of-state kids. That's how they see you, is on TV if they don't live here. And so all of that is a credit to Coach Prime. But at some point, you've got to be able to win. Like, it's got to be 6 to 8 wins type consistency. And if the athletic director takes over, is not one of his guys, I just think it could get uncomfortable. It could get very uncomfortable if then the new athletic director watches him win 4 games next year. I just don't know where they go. Now, again, the buyouts are there's so much complicated because of his contract, but Rick George leaving to put a bow on it is not great news for Coach Prime. It's just not, because that's the reason he is at CU.
It's not good.
Well, I'll tell you what, Troy, I'm sorry, man. We are over time, man, as usual, man. I'm going to have to start upping your paycheck, man. I apologize to you. Hey, real quick, 30 seconds, just a quick prediction. Who you got today?
You remember that score in that AFC championship game?
Yeah, I believe it's 20-18.
That's what I got. Broncos 20-18 today.
I love it, man. I love it.
20 to 18
You heard
right
it.
there.
Follow up. Hey, real quick.
Super
In
Bowl
30
50.
seconds. 30 seconds. What do they got? What do you got for us this week? Your content.
Well, if you look, the Emmanuel Sanders interview is fantastic. I encourage folks to go to my Twitter page or Facebook, click on my latest podcast with Emmanuel. He's a great interview, and Bronco fans, Broncos country, you will love that. So, and I got a column out today on why Sean Payton is really good in these spots. When everyone says they can't win, that's typically when Sean Payton coaches his best game. That's in the Denver Post right now, denverpost.com/sports.
What's your cab driver special today?
Yeah, he's got it, man. He picked the Broncos. All right, Troy. I'm sorry, man. We got a couple sponsors waiting, buddy.
All right, we'll see you guys.
I'll talk to you next week, man. The great Troy Renck. Follow him on X at Troy Renck. All right, when you return to the final word with Joe Rico and Alex Mears, we have Tony Thompson, owner of your Colorado Spartans. He's coming up next. We're live from number 38, Broncos Chiefs. Are you ready?
My name is Anthony with Plunge Plus Plumbing. We've been in business for 16 years. We service from Longmont to Castle Rock and everywhere in between. We specialize in service work, underground sewers, water heaters, drain cleaning, faucet repair. If it's in your home, we fix it. We also ensure that our customer service is top-notch and customer satisfaction is our utmost priority. Our motto is honest service, honest price. We're not going to sell you a bunch of stuff that you don't need or that you don't want. We'll just take care of the issue at hand and be on our way. Most of the time we can get there same day. If you need plumbing, give us a shout. 720-434-5832. Or you can reach us on our website at plungeplus.com. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
Tell her, baby, I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, I'm a fireball. Now big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word would know my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball.
With millions of page views every year, ColoradoPreps.com is the #1 source for the high school sports community to keep up with the latest news and scores. From football and volleyball to basketball and softball, ColoradoPreps.com provides a year-round hub for coaches, friends, and family to stay connected to their favorite schools and athletes, and keep an eye on their rivals. Covering high school sports from the peaks to the plains, you always get the latest at ColoradoPreps.com.
Man, I thought tryouts went really well.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. All right, Joe Rico, Alex Mears back at the final word. Man, you caught us at the break talking with our great friend, Tony Thompson, owner of the Colorado Spartans. And let me just tell you this, Tony. Alex and I were out on the field at the Apex Center last Sunday. I rekindled my youth a little bit. I was out running pass patterns, kind of checking out the quarterbacks. Alex got to break down the team at the end of it, while doing a live video. I thought it was great, man. Such enthusiasm. So many guys I found out love the game of football still in Colorado.
98 guys. 98 participants.
Well, what I was trying to say is I think that tells you how much football is loved in this state. Yeah. And I think the Spartans are really going to start making their mark in the state. We're going to gain some traction this year for the team and become part of like the DNA of the Denver sports fabric, right? Good morning to you. And, let's start with the obvious. The Broncos are playing the Chiefs. And you were an NFL prospect. I know you were in some NFL camps. I mean, you did your thing. Great Arena League player. So football's in your blood. When you see a big game like this, where the Broncos can stomp on the neck of a guy 9 consecutive times they've won the AFC West, you got to take advantage of your opportunity, right? Because if you let them back in, it's over, right?
Yeah.
And thanks for coming down.
Yeah, no, I think that the Broncos game today, but the fun part about this one is that I've been hearing all the chatter about Bo Nix and his play. But when you look at the team overall, I'm like, is he actually doing anything really bad? I don't know if he's – I think people need to – what's Aaron Rodgers say? Relax. You know, hey, people relax a little bit.
Man, calm
you
down.
know, he's doing good. He's still – they're still – I'm gonna pick the Broncos. In a
Wow, I
close
love
one.
it. I love it.
Based on
Him
the
and Troy Renck.
Yeah, the defense doing their thing like they've normally been doing. So big shout out to that D-line because, you know, I love those boys up front.
Yeah.
But and then running the ball a little bit more effectively.
Yep.
You're not going to let Mahomes pick you apart left and right because it's not going to be a passing game back and forth where the clock stops and stops. I think that they're going to run the ball. Clock's going to keep moving.
I love it.
It'll be a close one, but I'm going to say Broncos are full.
I love it, man. Coming from an expert, Alex.
So Tony Thompson, the owner of the Colorado Spartans, takes the Denver Broncos, and Troy Renck from the Denver Post takes the Broncos. And I'm not going to give you my prediction just yet. Until
Got a little bit of time. Got a little bit of time.
But I do have to mention right now that the Colorado Spartans right now have a new game deal that just dropped this morning for $40. Buy one, get one. It's BOGO.
Yeah.
The countdown to April 9th is on.
Yeah.
So your Colorado Spartans return to the Denver Coliseum to battle the Amarillo Warbirds for our home opener. You can get 2 seats just for $40. Listen, it's all on our Facebook page. It's all over Mile High Sports. Right now, you can't miss it. It's going to be the greatest season, in my opinion, in a long time. And what I love more than anything, Tony, is last Sunday after Joey and I left the show, we went down to the tryouts at the Apex Center.
Yep.
There were over 98 participants out
98
there.
guys.
And there were some big dudes. There was a couple Mason Crosby's. I even mentioned it.
Max Crosby's. Max Crosby. Mason Crosby's a kicker.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But Max Crosby's, a couple big dudes. In fact, I was just mentioning to Joey, I saw a guy in a purple shirt who I really liked. He was a little bit bigger guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, you know what? I think he has it.
Yeah.
He has the ability and he has the moxie to play for an arena league. And that was one of the guys that you guys signed today, or yesterday, actually. And I know you guys haven't unleashed all of your players that you guys signed on because you guys are looking for 10 guys to go on to play for the Spartans next year. But you had mentioned after the tryouts that, you know, this is a commitment to the Spartans.
Yeah.
If you want to be part of this team, we're going to practice. Coach was out there talking to the players saying, hey, look, you want to be part of this? We want to be a part of this. It takes a commitment out of you. And so far, what I've seen just on social media, I know you said that not all the guys are out there announced, but talk about the performance and the outpouring that you had last Sunday at the Apex Center, because there was a lot of dudes out there that were hungry, man.
Yeah, the fun thing about it is that there's the tryouts bring out anybody and everybody who thinks they still have it. We had a guy that was 45.
Dude, I love that.
He still thought he could play. Hey, he came out there, did his thing, hung out with the young guys because
that's cool.
What was he trying to do? Like it was
quarterback.
I saw him.
It could be a quarterback, right? And then we had some young guys that are 19. You know, just graduated high school this past year. You know, whatever reason they didn't go to college. But what's fun about this tryout process is you find these guys that are kind of diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
And we found a couple of diamonds in the rough right away. The one kid, we put him on social media right away. I said, we need that guy. They call him Pee Wee. And he would just lighten it up. And he looks like an arena football player. He's fast.
Yeah.
The small guy.
Small guy.
Yeah, he's this slot wide receiver. But, you know, the guy's just hanging out in Aurora, Colorado at the moment. And so it's like, hey, we found a diamond in the rough. That means you don't have to look across the country to find these guys. They're sitting right here in our backyard. But another thing that's fun about that is the amount of people that came to watch. I don't know, let's say maybe 100 people showed up just to watch the tryout, just
More
to watch
than that.
guys.
Well, I would say it was more than that. I'd say
Yeah.
about 250. And you know what? Because a lot of these guys, it's their dream. I mean, look, how many people sit in the backyard and say, I want to play football. I mean, I told my mom at 6, I want to play football.
Yeah.
Alex played football. You played football. I mean, it's America's game. I mean, forget about baseball. Football is
And
America's
then the
game.
one wide receiver, he said,
Yeah.
I want to catch a touchdown from Paxton Lynch. He
Yeah.
said, I still have Paxton Lynch's jersey.
Right.
And he's like, if that's going to be your quarterback, I want to catch a touchdown from him.
And that tells you the interest. And let's talk about
who
Paxton Lynch.
he's talking about, Joey, real quick, is Desmond Hill
Yeah.
has officially signed a deal with the Colorado Spartans.
Awesome.
You
Yeah.
can follow
Love
him on Chulu Too Smooth. How about that?
Hey, man, I love it.
Check it
He's
out on our
quick.
Facebook page
It's
and
all-
Instagram.
it's
Just
all
Colorado
over there.
Spartans on
I love
both.
it. Hey, I was going to talk to him about Paxton Lynch, though. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, man. Paxton is the guy that we're all going to be here for. And when Tony says, Alex, that Paxton Lynch makes a difference, I mean, he does make a difference, right? I mean, you both can agree that Paxton Lynch is going to be a big draw. I've already, I mean, like my mom, she's like, no, I'm going this year. You know, no matter what, I want to see Paxton. Were you surprised about how big Paxton is, you know, still?
Oh yeah,
He's still a big
when you
draw.
see his stature. Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about in stature. His
29.
height when you
Yeah.
see him, he's like almost 6'7". That
Yeah.
dude's got some height on him. But no, I think that the name alone.
Yep.
I mean, we had what's even more crazy is when we announced that we signed him, we had Bleacher Report reached out to us. We had over the past couple of weeks now, we had ESPN or Sports Center reach out to try to connect with, hey, what's Paxton Lynch doing now? Because it's going to be 10 years since he got signed or drafted in the first round. So 10 years later, what is he doing? We're hoping we could finish that story with he won a championship in arena football.
Yeah.
And so that's we're gonna make him our next Kurt Warner.
And
Yeah.
not only that, Tony, but his first start was his start was with Patrick Mahomes' first start in the NFL, Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
Paxton's last start was Patrick's first.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. But you know what? Here's what I like more than anything is you have some of the old school guys like AJ Wilson and your defensive player of the year last year. Go
Sam
out,
Hammond.
Sam Hammond, talk to the players that were there and encourage them. And I could see it in their eyes, Tony. You were talking to them like, listen, if you're not in shape, you should go hit the weight room.
Yeah.
If you want to get ready to go, let's go. Because if you're not ready, we're going to cut you. I mean, that's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You're going to
And
get cut.
they understand this is
Yeah.
not like participation awards. It's a
No.
It's,
Yeah, no,
if
no.
you don't come into camp day one, we'll say, hey, you're not ready, and we'll let you go. But what's fun about another fun thing about these tryouts is that I think these guys kind of had the idea of like, hey, I'm the best on my semi-pro team or my rec team or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they get out there, and then
Humble pie.
and then
Yeah.
you get the humble pie of Coach Shaw's intense when he wants to be intense, and then me, I'm very much political. I could be a spokesperson for a lot of things, but when you're messing up, and then you get the Tony that's the coach,
Yeah.
and then that's where you're gonna get maybe a little colorful language out of me because if you're not listening to me right now in a drill,
You're not going to listen.
you're not gonna listen during practice. So
Right.
so some guys got chewed out a little bit, but I could tell you right now, all of them appreciated that because the best coaches, as far as I know, the O-line, D-line guys, those are the guys that cuss you out. Hey, they're going to be tough on you because you got a lot of big boys with testosterone. You got to push them a little bit harder, and we push the heck out of them during tryouts.
And one of the things, like even one of the sponsors from Rhonda from
Service Master, yeah.
Service Master, she's like, you know what? My son did not make it, but he's on the practice squad.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you have a backup squad.
Yeah.
That you can say, you know what? We might be able to pull you down the road as you get stronger, as you get faster. And that's important for kids to understand. Just because you got cut on Sunday, that doesn't mean that you can't fulfill a roster spot down the road,
I'll bring
right?
up a guy that we cut last season, Gandy. You guys remember him?
Yeah,
Gandy.
Yeah, the first year he tried out with us, we cut him. He wasn't good enough. And then we bring him back second year. He's a defensive rookie of the year.
Defensive rookie of the year.
And I'm like, so it maybe takes a guy a year to develop, but he can see the dream, and I want to get out there. And before you know it, Gandy is the national player of the week multiple times, and that could happen.
Yeah.
Well,
very
and the
much.
other thing, what was cool is, Mosley, he was out there, and him and I was running passes, throwing passes. He was throwing passes with my son.
Yeah.
And what I love about the Spartans is the community aspect, where they're real live players with real live kids on the field. Not, I'm running into the tunnel and I throw somebody a wristband and that's interaction. That's not.
Yeah.
What's real interaction is when, you see somebody take time to throw passes with a little kid out there at practice, even though they didn't get their dream, they're still out there. And the Spartan, man, Coach Shaw, I mean, we don't give him enough credit. I mean, he's somebody I wouldn't mess with personally,
No, I wouldn't.
but let me just say this. I'm glad he's on my side
Yeah.
and that he's one of our friends. But I really do have a lot of respect for him. And, don't think anybody doesn't know the game. He knows that game inside and out. And he gets frustrated. He calls me. He's like, these guys, he goes, you heard what remember when he was talking to the DBs? He goes, I'm sorry, but I haven't seen a DB out here yet. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Coach Shaw, though, because he really had those guys popped up.
Yeah. And so I think, like I said, I feel like people need to realize when you talk about professional level, you got to bring up your level of intensity. AAU and whatever you're doing rec wise, those stuff are, you could go at your own leisure, but everything needs to be up tempo. We don't like to waste reps. If you can't get a route correct, then hey, get off the field. Like, you learn on the sideline, learn quick. But the biggest video out of the I don't know if you guys seen the video of the kid hitting the wall. Yeah. And so what's funny is that you get to see Coach Shaw's you see the intensity, but you also see, even if you hit the wall full speed, he's going to take care of you, but he's going to say, hey, sit down over here. That's arena football. And then we're on to the next play because we can't spend 20 minutes with you over here. But that's actually our most viral video. It's actually got over 1 million views. It's got almost 1,000 comments across all social media platforms. But the kid, he doesn't realize that the wall's coming in arena football, and he ran into the wall full speed. Face first.
Well, what's interesting about all that, though, and I'll be honest with you, man, when I was watching those tryouts, we had left the show, just so you know, Coach. We'd left, right? Like, we had only an hour to go. And I heard that 454 was there.
Yep.
Union 454 was there because I got a text from my friend Lorena, and she was like, hey, we just missed you guys. Oh, we were on our way. But the support you guys have had so far, man, and what we didn't have last year at this time on November 16th, going into our home opener on April 9th, is got to be like mind-boggling changed how it's changed. You have built an army of sponsorships, your relationships that you have built with the community, with the players, people that are coming out, simply the players that came out to go try out. That speaks volumes of what the Colorado Spartans mean. And a lot of those guys are, maybe like, you know what, honey, I can do that. Oh, yeah. Go out there then. Let's go see what you got. And you were like, listen, if you don't got it, we're going to cut you. If you got it, you're going to continue with our team. And maybe if you do have it, we're going to keep you on our practice squad as a reserve. Those are the things, Tony. I think that's how you build the foundation in Colorado.
I'm gonna give you a quick one that we're gonna announce, but I'm gonna give him a shout out as well.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's a local, let's say local kid. He's from Elizabeth.
Okay, I know exactly where Elizabeth is. I have some friends there.
And his name is Dallas Rains. You're talking about a 6'7", 330-pound right tackle.
Whoa, I love it. I love it.
We just signed him. I need somebody that could protect
Paxton
Lynch.
he needs to be tall.
And so we just brought him back. He went to play arena football with the team in Arizona as well known. We don't even say their name, but we're bringing him back here, and he's going to do wonders for us.
Well, let me just say this. First of all, you've done wonders for our program. I want to say thank you for our partnership. We love the Spartans, and we love you. Definitely, it gets to be one of those things where, because we have about 30 minutes left, and we have a couple more people to come on. But I just want to let you know that on the 30th of November, it's going to be a big time thing. We're going to be here. We've already talked to a lot of people. We talked to Spencer earlier, Alex and I, be able to give away some really huge prizes, get some Spartan swag to give away. We'll have some Vanola stuff to give away. We'll be out on the stage there in the middle like we were the last time. And I'll tell you, El Guapo, look, he's a good-looking dude. You're a good-looking dude. We'll get Jojo. He's a good-looking dude. Jojo Pergola, our next guest, will be out there. We'll get Sean Leffel and, Sadie. They're a lot of good-looking people. And we're going to have a big party here for the Commanders game on November 30th. Make sure you're here. But I got to get you, before we get you off the air, I have got to ask your prediction. I know you said Broncos. And what did you say? What's score? Give me a score.
Broncos close. I'm going to go. There's going to be a 3-point game. It's not going to be a big stretch.
So
I'm going to say a 3-point game.
Low scoring. A D lineman game.
Give me a 21-24.
All right.
One thing I want to say before I get off is we just revamped our website. And so if anybody's listening, it's co-spartans.com. co-spartans.com. Now you can see we just put season tickets up for sale. So season tickets is more than just a ticket. You guys get to be access to the players,
And you
end
got
of the
the
year
VIP
cookout, all
access.
the fun
Yeah.
stuff.
The
that we have.
VIP access. So talk about that real quick because I did see that earlier.
We
They
are
had some of
revamping that as well. The
love
VIP,
it.
where the Suavecito, Bill Foss here,
Yes.
Suavecito deck. We're going to revamp that a little bit to make it more inclusive.
Okay.
And you got to have, it's a special spot. We're hoping to get some more celebrity people in there this year.
Oh,
We're
I
working
love
on
it.
this
I love
year,
it.
So
Hey,
CO-Spartans.com.
we
Check it out.
got to roll. We
No,
got 2 more sponsors.
I got to say something.
Okay,
Tony.
say something real quick.
Real
Hurry up,
quick,
please.
Tony. As far as like moving forward, talk about your relationship with Mile High Sports, the
Yes,
final
thank you.
word, and how important it is to build a relationship through social media,
Yes.
through your advertising, through your BOGO, through everything that Lance Mahadas has built.
Yeah.
Doug, all your social media team. It's so important that you get involved, right? And it's so easy to get involved by clicking a link and just
Yeah.
following us, following you guys, right?
Yeah, follow
Easy.
both
I
of
love
us. Follow both of us on social media.
love it.
Mile High Sports, Colorado Spartans. We're growing something beautiful here in Colorado, and I want everybody to be a part of it.
Well, and
Awesome.
listen, man, for all you Spartan sponsors, man, we want to say thank you, on behalf of the Spartans, because it doesn't happen without each one of you guys and so many committed sponsors out at the event. It's going to be big this year. If you're listening, I encourage everyone to go on to co-spartans.com and just get your season tickets now. You're not going to want to miss out on this action. Butts in seats. That is the key words for this next 4-month push. And if you're a business owner listening, Tony, real quick, give them your numbers so they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, you guys call me directly or text me if you're afraid of talking on the phone. It's just 970-800-2524. One more time, 970-800-2524. Thanks.
And I always say, Joey, let's go Spartans!
All right, man. Hey, do not miss out on the action. Tony, we will talk to you again in 2 weeks. All right, our great friend, Jojo Pergola from Vanola's Italian Market, my favorite place to eat in the world. He's coming up next when you return to the final word on the Mile High Sports YouTube channel, live from number 38.
Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. I saw, I came, I conquered, or should I say I saw, I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now, big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty, and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best you've ever had. If you think I'm burning out, I never am. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fireball.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Foss, the owner and maker of Suavecito Tequila. Suavecito Tequila is unique from any other tequila for 3 main reasons. The first one is my agave farm in Mexico. It's an hour and a half south of Guadalajara, and it's up in the mountains at a 7,000-foot altitude. So we have mountain-grown agave. Americans hear about mountain-grown coffee and mountain-grown grapes. They never hear about mountain-grown agave, okay? Only 8 or 9% of all tequilas are made with Highlands agave, and it's superior to Lowlands agave. Number 2, I extra age my tequilas. To be a reposado, it has to be stored in a barrel for 2 months. I keep it there for 9 months. The añejo has to be in the barrel 1 year. I keep it 2 years. The extra añejo has to be in the barrel 3 years. I age it 5 years. That extra aging just gives it more body, more texture, and more flavor. And last but not least, we're the only tequila that adds 2% agave nectar back into the tequila. This little bit of agave nectar eliminates the burn going down your throat. Makes Suavecito Tequila the smoothest tequila you will ever drink.
All right, we are back. Joe Rico, Alex Mears, live from number 38, and we are here with our great friend Jojo Pergola from Vinola's Italian Market, my favorite market for the last 50 years of my life, and a place you need to visit right about 2 blocks west of Wadsworth on West 38th Avenue in Wheat Ridge, right on the left-hand side.
Located at 7750 West 38th
fun.
Avenue, Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Joey, 8033. Give them a call, 303-421-3955. They are closed today, but they are open Monday through Saturday till 8 p.m. They've extended their hours. Amazing, authentic Italian food, Joey. Go ahead.
Well, I will say this. It's the best in Denver. And, you know, whether you're having the pastries, whether you're having, I just went in there Saturday. Well, it was kind of a Rico day at Vinola's.
My sister?
Yeah, my mom and sister went in there first. My sister's there from Grand Junction. She met the staff. Well, my mom knows the staff, but my sister met the staff. They lunched there. That's what's great about your market is you can have lunch there. You can go leave with some food. You can take home. I mean, you really are kind of a one-stop shop when it comes to Italian food. And talk a little bit about how convenient it is just to come and grab whatever you want, really.
Oh yeah, Joe. You know as well as anybody. We've got the take and bake section. If you want to bring some food home and make it yourself, we've got the kitchen there open from 10 to 8 each day. If you want us to cook the food for you, you've got all the dry ingredients, the sauce, our homemade sauce, our homemade pizza dough. If you want to just pick up things and take them home, so
sausage rolls.
You know, we got all the amenities right there in that one little shop. So whatever you're fancying for the day, we got you.
It's a craving.
It is a craving, Joey. And I've been there 3 times now with my dad, my entire family. I was telling Jojo, he met my nephew. We went out there after a funeral. We went there to go eat some food. But now what's really, really bouncing off on the Vinola Facebook page is your wife.
Oh, yeah.
Your wife has become a superstar. It's not really her becoming a superstar. It's the food that she displays and how she eats it and how it's made. And I'll just go back 4 days. She's like, let's try the spaghetti, a single meal that you can call it on yourself. And she just shows you how the home noodles are made, the sausages and the pepperonis that are made, the sauce that's completely made, the lasagna she did the other night. I mean, it's almost like smell-o-vision, Joey. You ever seen smell-o-vision? Remember when you were a little kid, you could scratch a little sticker?
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
That smells like strawberry.
Yeah,
That smells like chocolate. And then she tops it off. She does brownies for your irresistible flavors. Total classic German chocolate walnut. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And I think it's really become a following, almost like, I don't want to say a cult following, but it also has really, I think, enhanced your business, Jojo, in a lot of ways, because you're not just looking at it, but you're watching someone eat something that maybe you're craving for. For example, when I eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had more than that. But I'll turn it on Dine, Divers, and Drive-Ins with Guy Fieri. And I pretend that I'm eating that lobster roll while I'm having my peanut butter and jelly. And now you don't have to do that. You can just like, you know what? I'm only like 5 minutes down the road. I can go down to Vinola's over at 7750 West 38th Avenue and get that lasagna that I've been craving for, or that dessert, or that cannoli, or that cup of coffee. I mean, you guys, when I went there, Joe, just so you know, I went there with my dad on twice. It's weird. I went twice in the funeral. I went there and then we got a cup of coffee, really good cappuccino. I mean, you guys tend to the morning to the evening as far as like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's all business professional people, even just the local people that come down. Talk about that relationship that you built with North Denver, man, that you have really
we've got
that, man.
We've got a ton of families just like Joe's who for generations they've been coming in, and we've got the grandkids now who say, oh, my grandparents used to get all our food here for meals and things like that. So it's fun to see. Just yesterday I stopped in between what I have. I think 7 basketball games I had to coach yesterday.
Yeah,
I stopped in for about 15 minutes between games, and there was a young girl there who's in 7th grade now who I hadn't seen in a few years, but she would always come in with her mom and dad, and it was great. She came up, Jojo, gave me a big hug, and I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe how big, it's fun to see these kids grow up and are growing up on our food and the traditions. And speaking of traditions, yeah, 3rd, 4th generations, we've got, now that we're open until 8 at night, it's funny how many people I see come in for lunch and then they're back for dinner for, a completely different meal, but we're getting people to come in twice a day. So it's an awesome thing. I was starting to go with, speaking of traditions, we've got holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Christmas is our Super Bowl at Vinola's. We've got, we have a lot of items that we bring in just for Christmas, for some traditional, Italian, the fish, the bacala,
the 7 fishes, the
bacala, the smelts.
Oh man, we'll be all over those.
Oh man, it's the smelts, the squid, you name it. We bring it in December.
That's incredible.
That'll be coming up quick.
Well, let me just say this. I mean, the Italian traditions that, go in our family, they really started at Vinola's. We started buying the food at Vinola's, and
It's right
about
down
a
your
week.
street.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, over time after time, whether it was my aunts, whether it was my mom and dad, we always started at Vinola's, and we loved it because of the variety of food you had, and you covered all the bases, not only for Christmas Eve, but also for Christmas Day.
Sure.
And that's what you can do. It's a one-stop shop. Get your lasagna for Christmas Day, get all your seafood for the meal on Christmas Eve, and then you don't have to go anywhere else. And you're getting the best food, in my opinion, in the state of Colorado.
Let
for
the
Italian
Nolas
food.
do the heavy lifting for you, Joey,
Absolutely.
during the holidays, man.
Yeah,
Especially if you're Italian, or it doesn't matter if you're Italian, man.
Anybody can go to
Listen,
Vinola's and enjoy it.
Listen, the bacala is something you've always told me about this show years and years ago.
Amazing.
Can you, real quick, explain that to me, Jojo, how that works? It's fish, right?
Yeah. So the bacala it's a salted dried codfish that we bring in 40-pound crates. They come in these wooden boxes. We break them up.
I'm getting hungry, Alex.
I've never been a big bacala guy. It's but the tradition is
whitefish, right?
Yeah.
You put garbanzo beans in the sauce and the bacala.
You got to soak it for days. You got to soak it for days.
It's a process.
Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah, it's a process.
7 days for everything.
Yep. You got to soak it, and then some people put it in with a little pasta. Some people make a bacala salad out of it.
Yep.
Like Joe said,
I put it
the
garbanzo we put it in the
beans.
sauce with garbanzo beans, and then you put it over some angel hair pasta. It's delicious. But you know what,
Joe, let him finish.
Oh, go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead. I'm just getting hungry, man. I'm getting hungry,
I asked
man.
him the question.
First Margot makes everyone hungry. Now you're making people hungry,
Hey.
man. What's going on?
She looks a little better than I do making
She looks
everybody.
better than all of
I'll
us.
say
Thinking
that.
about the food. You
Lot
know when
better.
you get old when
You
you,
know
start
what's funny
drinking the
though?
food.
You know what's funny is Jojo. She was doing a video like this thing was like a month ago, and he just happened to walk in while she was eating I think it was a steak.
It was
and
the
sandwich.
Italian beef. Yeah, Italian
beef.
roast beef. Yeah.
She's like, honey, I'm doing a video. You're like, oh, okay, sorry.
yeah.
She was all the peppers and everything. It's such an authentic family restaurant that you just got to go there, everybody. I recommend it. I implore everyone, all of our listeners, all our 60,000 followers, all our 100,000 people that are watching us right now at number 38. Listen, if you want some real authentic food, real aggressive understanding where it comes from, 49 years, Jojo. It's been going on for a while.
No, longer.
Yes, longer than that.
1973, 52 years.
52 years. These are recipes that really that you get, and you're like, man, you got to just cherish those, how you do it, and how the spices go into the sauces and the baking of the bread and the desserts and the coffees. I've seen it, man. Joey, again, I'll repeat myself, and I'm going to say it again. When I was there were very professional people. There's a lot of businesses around that area. Dude, these guys were coming in, knocking out. There was like a table of 10, eating lasagna.
A lot of doctors' offices.
In and out, grabbing their coffees, in and out. There was also my dad, your mom, people that are in their late 80s, 90s that are going in there, grabbing a bite or taking some food out to your house, man. I mean, like for example, it's a testament to your family, Jojo, and we are honored to continue to have our relationship with you guys. And Alex, your social media girl, she's awesome. She sends me all these different things, and I always tell her, I'm like, send me something that has some smell vision, because all the videos that come over, it's you almost like you're wetting your mouth as far as the food is concerned. Talk about your team over there at Vinola's, from the cooks.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
End,
you know,
everybody.
we've got, you know, we pride ourselves. We don't have a lot of turnover there. You know, you know, like I tell everybody, we're not a big corporation. I'm not going to be a place that has tons of benefits to offer and things like that, but I'm a small family place. I treat everybody like they're my family, and in return, they treat me like family. And, you know, we have our little family differences, just like any family does. But, you know, we've got, you know, people behind the scenes that have been there as long as 20, 25 years. And Margot and I have owned the place now for 8 years. And I think probably our newest employee up front has been there a year and a half now. You know, so
I pretty much know them all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're gonna see the same faces over and over again. And
what's that damn construction project? Whatever.
Wait, it's starting to go away. A lot of it. There's still a little bit of codes,
they're finishing it up.
If you want to go there, you're gonna go there. People know
you'll get there. I get there every time, man. All right, so listen. All right, we got to get back to the game.
He has a surprise for us for the Broncos.
All right, okay. Get a surprise. All right, so first of all, give us the stat, and then give us your pick.
I mean, we always.
Let me know how I can disagree.
I know
with you.
Alex was throwing out. I think, what did you say? The Chiefs are going to score like 142 points today, something like that. Isn't that what he said?
I don't want to be Debbie Downer.
Okay,
I think he said 40.
And I know, you know, the stat that gets thrown around. Andy Reid coming off a bye week.
That's huge.
The last 3 years. Okay. Andy Reid coming off a bye week. This unstoppable Andy Reid Chiefs offense has scored 10 points, 13 points, and 17 points coming off their bye week.
There it is. There's the stat of the week right there.
And they haven't played this Broncos defense coming off a bye week.
That's a pretty good defense.
They won 10-3 last year against San Diego. So they won off their bye week, but they scored 10 points.
Hey Rico, can you tell Jojo the last 3 scores we've had on our last 3 games?
Well, let's see. The Raiders and the Broncos, it was 10-7.
Okay.
And then the game before that was against the Houston Texans. Again, the number 1 ranked defense in the league at the time. And I believe we won 18-15. The Broncos
15,
did.
So 10-15.
And then the game before that, the Broncos scored 44 points against the Dallas Cowboys.
That's an average. So what are you saying?
So, I mean, the average.
I'm saying it's not
special.
I'm saying I understand where you're coming from.
I'm concerned.
I understand where you're coming from. But I'm saying it's not all doom and gloom. When we walk out of here today with this 28-15 victory,
look at that!
That's a lot of points.
I like it.
I don't know where you're coming from, but
I think they can do it.
It's not going to be. It's not. We're not going to score 10 points the rest of the year.
I like it, Jojo.
We gotta take advantage. Mahomes will give you a chance or two a game.
All right,
you got to get those interceptions.
Taylor Swift says,
JoJo's inspiring.
Hold on, what if Taylor Swift says? She said, "What happens then?"
Nothing, man. Come on, man.
I mean,
she's
I'm just
not playing.
Man. She has a lot of influence.
That meant a lot 3 years ago when Travis Kelce can run. Oh God,
is that still a thing?
Nick, did you mute him?
Oh,
all right, so as stated, Alex is now muted every time he sings. All right, listen.
That was.
Listen, if you're not going, for all of you people out there who own businesses looking for catering for holiday parties, you know, before we get off the line, can you tell everybody, just give everyone the number at Vinola's real quick, Jojo?
Yeah. Give us a call, 303-421-3955. Like I said, Christmas is coming up. We take orders up until about a week before Christmas for lasagnas and
what about
all the other things.
Thanksgiving?
We don't do a whole lot special for Thanksgiving.
It's not really an Italian thing for Thanksgiving.
Well, turkey's not Italian, but I don't know any Italians that don't have pasta.
I have lasagna
with their turkey. I don't know any Italians that don't have pasta with their turkey.
Listen, I never even eat the turkey.
We have green chili for everything, man. So we're
good. As a matter of fact,
hey, listen, everybody, right now, as you're watching this, listen, 7750 West 38th Avenue, Wheat Ridge, Colorado, 80033. 303-421-3955. They're open from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. or go to their website at VinolaItalianMarket.com. Listen, tell them the final word sent you. It's going to be the best experience. I promise you, money back guarantee. The food is amazing. Price per person between $10 and $20. Listen, you guys can take it and bake it yourself, or they can do it for yourself, or you can dine in, have a meal, enjoy yourselves at Italian. I mean, one of the things I've really enjoyed about going there, Jojo, is just walking in and having a meal and walking out and not having to clean up. I mean, and the staff is so kind. I need another garlic bread. Boom, done. I need this. Boom, and they have you have your drinks, your soft drinks that you can get. You can get a coffee there. Listen, man, what you and your wife have done there, and that video on social media, I think is nothing but up all the way around. And we are proud to support you, and thank you for supporting us.
Well, I appreciate you guys.
It's an awesome relationship, and I can't wait to do more stuff with you, and maybe we can get involved. We have a Broncos event coming up. We'd love for you to bring your kids to come out for a bowling event. We have two events coming up with the Broncos.
Hey, so
we'd love to have you.
Yep.
And man, I just want to say I'm so proud of Vinola's Italian Market. Jojo and your wife, you guys are awesome. Thank you, guys.
Hey, all right, so we got to run, Jojo. I really appreciate your time. You know, it goes without saying, you know, the whole coaching thing and everything. We'll get to that some other episode.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of basketball to talk about in the very near future.
Coming up, man. We didn't get a chance to talk about Jokic. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, that's Jojo Pergola, from the owner of Vinola's Italian Market. It has absolutely been my favorite place to eat for over 50 years. Make sure it becomes yours. All right, when we get back, we'll wrap it up. We have our good friends, Sadie and Sean Leffel from Grease Diva Garage. It is going to be exciting. We've got some Chiefs. We've got some Broncos. It's going to be wild. Come on back when we wrap it up on The Final Word with Joe Rico and Alex Mears on the Mile High Sports YouTube channel.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Foss, the owner and maker of Suavecito Tequila. Suavecito Tequila is unique from any other tequila for three main reasons. The first one is my agave farm in Mexico. It's an hour and a half south of Guadalajara, and it's up in the mountains at a 7,000-foot altitude. So we have mountain-grown agave. Americans hear about mountain-grown coffee and mountain-grown grapes. They never hear about mountain-grown agave, okay? Only 8 or 9% of all tequilas are made with Highlands agave, and it's superior to Lowlands agave. Number two, I extra age my tequilas. To be a reposado, it has to be stored in a barrel for 2 months. I keep it there for 9 months. The añejo has to be in the barrel 1 year. I keep it 2 years. The extra añejo has to be in the barrel 3 years. I age it 5 years. That extra aging just gives it more body, more texture, and more flavor. And last but not least, we're the only tequila that adds 2% agave nectar back into the tequila. This little bit of agave nectar eliminates the burn going down your throat. Makes Suavecito Tequila the smoothest tequila you will ever drink.
My name is Anthony with Plunge Plus Plumbing. We've been in business for 16 years. We service from Longmont to Castle Rock and everywhere in between. We specialize in service work, underground sewers, water heaters, drain cleaning, faucet repair. If it's in your home, we fix it. We also ensure that our customer service is top-notch and customer satisfaction is our utmost priority. Our motto is honest service, honest price. We're not going to sell you a bunch of stuff that you don't need or that you don't want. We'll just take care of the issue at hand and be on our way. Most of the time we can get there same day. If you need plumbing, give us a shout. 720-434-5832. Or you can reach us on our website at plungeplus.com. We are
Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. I saw, I came, I conquered, or should I say I saw, I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now, big bang boogie, get that kitty little noogie in a nice little shave. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty, and she turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a plane. Mama said that every word was on my name. I'm the best. fight.
Fire it all.
My name is Sadie Leffel, and I'm the owner of Grease Diva Garage, and we're located in Frederick, Colorado. What makes us unique from other automotive repair shops is that we are women-owned, we're locally owned, we offer car care classes for women, and we really are truly a car care center. You can get everything you need for your vehicle right here. Here at Grease Diva Garage, we believe in excellence, integrity, and education. We just happen to be great mechanics. We specialize in classic and vintage vehicles. We have the tooling experience to do everything from engine mechanical all the way through body restoration on all makes and models. So in order to come into Grease Diva Garage, there's multiple ways you can get a hold of us. Through our website at greasedivagarage.com. You can email us at greasedivagarage@yahoo. You can give us a call at 720-731-3000. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can make an appointment online as well. We are proud sponsors of The Final Word.
Scoot over next to her just a little more.
Quickly.
I played with arguably the best corner to ever lace him up in Champ Bailey. And guess what? He too was victimized by certain plays, but he never gave up. And that's what I see in PS2, right? The idea of never giving up. Yes, you may get beat, but he is a complete corner.
We got it.
All right, Joe Rico, Alex Ramirez back at The Final Word, live from number 38 as we wrap it up. Broncos Chiefs getting ready to get it on in about 2 hours. 8-2 Denver, and the Chiefs are at 5-4. The Broncos can pretty much finish the Chiefs if they can win today, but that's a very big if. And we now bring on our next guest, Sadie and Sean Leffel from Grease Diva Garage. And I will say this, that they are good friends of mine and Alex's, and we want them to be good friends of yours. We want them to be your mechanic. And look, that's a big word. If you're up in the northern part of Colorado, the Frederick area, the Greeley area, you're up in Broomfield or North Denver, way up north, or you're a classic car owner and you specialize and you just want these guys who specialize in classic rides to help customize your next whip. These are your guys. And you know what, Alex, tell everybody a little bit about Grease Diva Garage.
Yeah, #1 mechanic auto repair shop in Frederick, Colorado, man. I'm telling you right now, these guys rock and roll. They are proud sponsors of The Final Word, serving Frederick, Erie, Firestone, Tacoma, and the northern Denver metro area. They believe in excellence, integrity, education, and they just happen to be damn good mechanics, Joey. They are a women-owned, operated auto shop. Grease Diva was founded in 2017 by Sadie. They are a women-owned and operated automotive repair shop, leading the way in Frederick, Colorado, for women to be fully engaged and confident with their relationship with their car. Grease Diva Garage is an alternative way to traditional auto repair shop where they both believe knowledge is power, and they provide you for understanding your vehicle. As women, they also offer alternative repair experience, which is really misunderstood and taken advantage of and mistreated, unfortunately. There's much information and resources to help you understand that. And Sadie and Sean, welcome to The Final Word again. This is your, I believe it's your 4th, 5th time on the program. We are here. It is a big, big Broncos game against Kansas City. The biggest game, and they said since 2016, since the Broncos played the Patriots with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Man, first of all, before we get started on Grease Diva, your thoughts? I mean, I don't want to know, man. I mean, I'm looking at Sadie right now.
I see.
I'm getting tweets right now. I'm like, what the hell is she doing on the program? I'm like, she's a great friend of ours, so relax, calm down.
Yeah, there are people texting me right now
it's
saying,
okay.
what the hell's up, Trader?
Well, let's talk about the Broncos game today. What are your guys' thoughts? And they both have, Sean's a Broncos fan, and Sadie.
Yeah.
How are they married? I don't understand. This dissolves the whole thing.
Sean,
about
we do need to talk, though.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not exactly
Sean, we have an
sure
attorney, a divorce attorney, whatever you want.
Yep.
Sadie, talk about the Broncos in Kansas City. Kansas City's in town. Your hair is pink or red or what?
I think it's Chiefs red. I'm going to say Chiefs red. I'll say it's Chiefs red. I'll go with Chiefs red.
Yeah, I'm so excited about today's game. So excited about today's game. And my prediction is that Kansas City's going to win by 3.
All right, that's fair.
It's going to be
Fair.
a fourth quarter game, in my opinion.
That's fair.
In
I
my
haven't given my
opinion.
prediction yet. I saved it for this segment.
Yeah, no, I am going Kansas City by 3. I'm so excited. Mr. Mahomes is here in Colorado. He's closer to me. than he's
Are
been in
you
many
sure about
days.
it's not Tay?
Very excited.
Because Tay-Tay's
And now Tay-Tay is also here. Tay-Tay's here,
Yeah,
and she's
yeah.
going to be chilling out. Now, Sean, are you excited about Tay-Tay being here? No.
I got my wife here. That's
I like it. Hey, well, I mean, look, I'm just asking questions here, okay? We're not here to upset anybody. And you guys have had a very successful weekend already, so we're not going to tip the apple cart. You know what's great, though, is doing the show with my best friend and having fun because we've seen some really bad football the last 8 or 9 years. Alex and me, we've had to kind of keep this stuff going with smoke and mirrors and nuggets. And if it wasn't for Nikola Jokic and Nathan McKinnon, who knows what the hell we'd have done the last 5 years, Alex. But it's cool to have a real football game with some real meaning. Now, is there any stakes on this game between the two of you?
Yeah, like who sleeps on the bed and who gets to not
Yeah,
sleep on the bed, or who's cooking dinner tonight.
At least a couple shots or a bottle, or come on,
Liquor
guys.
store, and I'm
Yeah.
Sean is cooking. I will say, Sean is cooking today, 100%.
Okay.
Sean looks like a guy.
John looks like he
make
can
good
handle
steak.
himself quite well on the grill and in the kitchen.
Yeah,
I do pretty well. I like to think that I can do pretty well in the kitchen and the grill, and
there you go.
Smile on our face either way.
That's awesome. Hey, that's Grease Diva Garage. Listen, they specialize in auto repair services, general automotive maintenance, automotive diagnosis and repair, diesel automotive repair, emissions repair, fleet services, and they will also finance your repair. So if you don't got the cash right up front right now, that's cool.
That's huge.
They'll work with you guys. And that's
It's
what I
huge.
like about them. They're people. They're the people show like we are, Joey.
Yeah, they
Hey,
are.
man, sometimes I can't afford a $5,000 transmission right now, but I need it. And they'll work with you on getting it done. Classic car repairs as well, LS swap, fuel injection upgrades, classic car wiring, mechanical restorations, mechanical upgrades, American Muscle classic cars, Chevy Novas. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now, Joey.
$396.
Joey just got a vehicle over there, so we're personal
Yeah.
testimonials right now. Contact Grease Diva
Trying to buy
Garage.
another one, darn it.
Well, hang on a second, Joe. You're stealing my
You're
stealing my thunder right now, Joe.
Give me a damn car now.
Contact Grease Diva Garage right now, 3540 State Highway 52 H222, Frederick, Colorado 80516. Give them a call. I implore you. 720-731-3000. One more time. That is 720-731-3000. Or go to their you can send them an email at greasedivagarage@yahoo.com. Listen, one of the things I've been really, really impressed about everything besides meeting you guys as persons, and you guys were just talking to Tony, you guys are sponsors of the Colorado Spartans as well. Did you guys really give back to the community and you guys want to help? This is a women-owned business. Sadie, talk about how important that means to you as a female that seems very independent. And this is a very brutal male business oriented. Like my sister, she goes to the mechanic. She doesn't know if her oil change can become a transmission change. She doesn't know. And you guys are there to educate people and customers to understand, listen, that little light that just came on your car, it's not that bad. Let us help you.
Exactly.
Let us help you get into a rental car. Let us help you deal with your insurance company.
Yeah.
You guys do all the heavy lifting, right, Sadie?
We do. We do all the heavy lifting, and it is really important for women to really understand, just have a basic understanding of their car. So when I teach classes, that's what I do. I help women just become empowered through a relationship with your vehicle. You get to understand what the drip is. Is it something critical? You get to understand what that check engine light means. You get to understand the noises that are made and why it's critical to understand maintenance versus critical repairs. And so you can walk into any automotive repair shop and feel confident having the conversation and knowing what you know, and then therefore having the conversation with the service writer or manager, whoever it is, and feel confident that you are not being taken advantage of because you know your stuff.
Well, the other thing, Alex and we have attended a class up there, and I think I recommend this. Look, woman or man, it is mainly geared originally for women. Sadie invented the class and the Diva driver kit, which we'll talk about in a minute. The classes, though, are really good. Alex and I learned a lot. Frankly, I learned stuff that I didn't know. We recommend them. They're the first Saturday of the month, and you can just go give. I believe, can they register on the website, or did they? So just that would probably be the best way to do it for all of you who are watching the channel. And what's great, it's up all week. So no matter whether you're watching today live or whether this is Tuesday morning or whatever, same information. Tell everybody how they can get registered, please.
So you can do it several ways. You're welcome to go to our website and click on education. And from there, there's a place to register for one person. Or if you bring a friend, you get a discount, which I always encourage because it's great. It's so much fun. We have such a great time and having a friend with you, someone to talk about after. You can also give us a call at 720-731-3000 and just let us know that you're interested and we can get you on the list. Currently, I do not have a wait for January's class. So if you're interested in coming in January or on in 2026, I've got plenty of room right now. So hopefully, go to our website under education and the link will take you right there.
And I like that.
Sign up.
And I like that because it's a big one.
You learned a lot.
I learned a lot, dude. Let's really plan on that January 6th. You can say,
we'll go out. We'll go hang out.
Listen, we'll be out there, and we can even do a live remote out there, Joey. Listen, real quick before we dive into the Broncos Chiefs game. Even though our sponsor to our left has pink and number 15.
I mean, can I say, are you going to get mad if I say for Bronco fans, you represent the devil? I mean, you do have the Patrick Mahomes and the devil
I
there.
know.
Insurance? Is it Farmers or is it?
I'm complete.
Is it Farmers?
Yeah. Yeah. State Farm. State Farm.
Yeah. I'm a little, we just got a text from Nate saying, "What the hell?" He's like, "This is supposed to be a Broncos." Listen, it's not good.
No, he's kidding.
But let's be real honest before we go into the Broncos game and dive into more stuff with the game, because this is a sports show and we have to talk about sports. And I know where your affiliations obviously land.
Yes, they do.
Let's talk about this vehicle checklist, Sadie. Stay up to date to your car. You always said in your classes, you said, listen to your vehicle. Your vehicle is going to talk to you.
Yes.
And it's true, because if your vehicle talks to you, it says, hey, I have this light comes on, or my brakes are squeaking, or whatever may be the case. What is it? You say stay up to date on your card. And and I think this, more than anything, I think this vehicle checklist is something bigger almost than the Diva kit, because this is like a kit you just put in your card. Check the engine oil. Check your window operation, tire tread and pressure, your fluids, your belts.
And those should be checked every month, because here's reality, right? We really do a lot in our vehicles, right? I think three of the major purchases in life, the big dollar amounts, are your house and your car. And I'm sure there's a third one. For us, it's traveling. We love to travel, so that's a big expense. But I think a lot of times kind of the myth is that I get to buy the vehicle and then I don't have to deal with it until 100,000 miles. And true, but who knows what can be happening during that time. So this checklist is really something simple. Every month, just pull the dipstick on your oil and see what it looks like. Is it full? Is it kind of a caramel color, or is it really dirty? The windows, people often don't think about. As drivers, we rarely walk our car. So you never know if you're in a position where you can't get out the driver's side window. Well, if I'm checking my windows every month, I know that I have another escape route, right? So that's more of a safety space. And then the other things on the checklist are more of the spring and fall, which are...
Yeah, the spring and fall. Basically, as we are about to enter tomorrow, for example, we expect some snow and some wet weather. Every spring and fall, make sure your headlights are good. Your turn signals are good. Your tail lights are good. Your bumpers and body... your wiper blades, because those are like light bulbs that you never know when they go off, but when they go off, they're off, right, Sean? You can't. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't say, hey, well, when's my left tail light going to go out? You don't know. It's just eventually going to go out. And guess what? If it goes out, you might get pulled over for a police officer, but say, hey man, your left tailgate's out, and then you got to go get it fixed. Avoid that by doing your simple vehicle checklist with Grease Diva Garage. Again, I implore you, give them a call. Just go in there. Even if they don't have to be replaced, replace them. 720-731-3000. I'm sure you'll be happy, Sadie, to go out there. If someone comes out there and says, you know what, I think I've been driving a car now for a while that hasn't had my my brake lights checked or my tail lights have been checked. Maybe my wiper blades aren't giving me the same love they gave me when I first got the car. You guys will take care of that, right?
Oh, absolutely. And here's like the irony of all of that. The wiper blades will go out in the middle of a blizzard. Your headlights will go out in the middle of a blizzard. So staying ahead of that, you're not going to get stuck on the side of the road in the most inconvenient of times. So it's just a little bit of maintenance on our part, on your part, owning your car, and quick and easy.
Well,
Stay up on it.
Listen, we are gonna have to wrap it up. We're about 10 minutes over. But what I did, we never interrupt because we love our sponsors and we want everyone to have a fair value time and also people to get to know what great people you are. First of all, you're our friends too. I truly recommend anybody, especially if you're right around that area, just drive it in, mention the final word. They'll give you VIP pricing. They'll take good care of you by just mentioning our show. You'll have your mechanics all set from there, and that's a very big relief. All right, but now we're going to all give our picks. And, Alex, I'm going to give you a chance to restart your pick. Okay, you've got a few more minutes to change. Yeah, I think you should. All right, we're going to start with our producer, one of the voices of reason of our program. I got it. Hold on, man. Hold on. Now we got Nick Arch. He's going to lead us off. Nick, give us your prediction. What's going to take place here in about an hour and 45 minutes?
It's been an internal debate for me. I'm going to lean Broncos 24-19.
All right, we're gonna go to my best friend of the last. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to Sadie Leffel.
Well, I don't care. Sadie. Sure,
no. Listen, she said win by 3.
She can take the Broncos.
We got it. I don't care what she takes, but I need to know a score.
Yeah.
Give me your best score. Your best bet.
I'm not going to say.
You just said win by 3.
I'm just going to say win by 3.
Chiefs win by 3.
And here's quickly when Kansas City wins by 3. When anyone who comes up to Grease Diva Garage between now and the end of November, we are giving away 5 free oil changes.
All right, yeah, come on out.
Just mention the final word. That's when Kansas City wins by 3.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So Sean, now you've got to be the Broncos side of this free oil change thing, okay? Because it cannot be just the Chiefs win. Can we get Bronco fans the same deal if the Broncos win?
Well, did you just say if?
When the Broncos win. I love it.
When the Broncos win. Now we're
going to need some shots later here in a minute.
We're dealing with 2 fourth quarter teams here. They've been
true.
So, and they've all either won their games by a field goal or barely winning. So I'm going Broncos by 3. We're going to go.
All right.
We're going 22 for the Broncos, 19 KC.
All right. Well, hey, man, and I have not given my prediction. I'm going to give it now. I originally this morning woke up 28-26 Chiefs, but I am going to flip it in honor of Troy Renck. I'm going to go 28-26 Broncos. I think it's to be close either way. I think either way it comes down to a field goal. Look, one of the best shows ever. I just got some a good text from some people who've been listening who really love us, Alex. I just want to say this, man, for all of our friends and family.
My prediction, Joe.
Oh, here it is, man. Go ahead. All right, you're going to redo it. My bad. Go for it, brother.
I'm going with Sean. All right. And I'm going to put this on Instagram right now. I don't care, Sadie, what you say. I don't care what color hair you wear.
Yeah.
What shoes you wear. This is Broncos country. I like the Broncos to win today. 35-21.
Yeah, woo.
In a big game. And we will still honor those 5 free oil changes over at Grease Diva Garage. If you mention the final word, would that be okay with you, Sadie?
All right.
Let's go, Broncos.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. No final word next week. The Broncos bye week and Thanksgiving. But in 2 weeks, come down here and party. We're going to have everybody down here. Broncos Commanders Sunday Night Football live from number 38. Check for showtime. We're going to be moving back a
Get
little
a
bit.
hotel room if you want to
Get a
come
hotel
down here.
room.
Seriously,
We're going to be partying here all afternoon long. Alex and I will be watching the game here. Come down. We're going to give away tons of crap.
Yep,
And
tons-
whatever the
tons of
oil
stuff.
changes we
Tons
haven't
of
given
stuff.
away, we'll figure out to give away at least one of them to a live person here. Come down and join us. We love you. Go Broncos.
Go KC.